What's going on, guys? All right, we already got somebody watching and two thumbs up. Let's get it. Dylan, is that you watching already? Oh, we got somebody else out there watching already. Let me get this phone charger plugged in. See if we can't get us a fishy fish. Who is? Oh, really? Hey, Michael, how's it going, buddy? It looks like he stopped in early. I am gonna tighten this line up. Oh, Todd, I don't know. We're about to find out. You tell me, buddy. Is there any up here? There we go. Really? Nice. I've been coming up here a little bit. I don't know, once a week to stream. Probably, I think this is my third week in a row, maybe, or something like that. Since it's close to home, gives the guy something to do. What we got? Really? Wow. That's pretty good, isn't it? There you go. Over in Richmond? I heard Chick-fil-A paid really good for fast food. I don't know if that's true. Yeah. Chick-fil-A runs a tight ship, that's for sure. Yep. I like Culver. I've never had Five Guys. You had Five Guys? Did you like it? You guys watching ever had Five Guys? I think my favorite uh, fast food French fries are Rallies, actually. For their fries, yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if we did. Oh, something. Oh, something's bumping this middle one here. Must be shad, possibly. Shad, buff, something like that. Thought he might have been hooked for a minute. The Chick-fil-A fries, those are waffle fries, right, Michael? I've only ate Chick-fil-A a couple times. Dylan was saying he liked it quite a bit. I know their service was pretty good every time I went.
Their macaroni is so good.
I've never had their macaroni and cheese. I think I had a couple different types of chicken.
Almost tastes like homemade.
Really?
Yeah.
I like good mac and cheese though.
That's the only reason I go there.
Love me some good mac and cheese.
We're gonna put some more emojis on there. I feel like.
I need to.
Yeah.
I think I can add load or upload two more of it. I think we're able to upload two more emojis for the members side. Anything in particular you guys like to see? And Michael, if you're still watching, I was talking to Chunky Cats the other day. He's hitting that middle line again, and he told me that that battery that it came from you or something like that. But is that just a regular car battery, or is that like a marine battery? I was thinking about getting something like that for my wagon for night fishing. That way, a guy could run some lights, maybe live stream or help with getting video footage. Uh, I was asking him about his battery on his wagon. 12-volt deep cycle. Okay, right on. I will take a gander and see if I can find something like that. It kind of looked like he just had some, like a power inverter ran off of it. I could pick up like some LED lights or something like that. Maybe light up the whole bank. What do you think? If you guys are watching and you don't mind, hit that like button. We'd greatly appreciate it. Yeah, 12-volt deep cycle. I'll try to remember that. That's like a marine battery, isn't it? And yeah, he does. He got all kinds of lights on that bad boy. Did you see that he had almost 900 people watching the other day? That was so awesome. What's up, babe? Love you. What's up, Robert? But yeah, he had almost 900 people. It was definitely cool. If you guys are just coming in, smack that like button. If it turns blue, you'll catch twice as many fish on your next adventure. Oh yeah, I love watching him fish. He cracks me up. What's up, David? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Jimmy? How's it going, bud? Okay, Michael. Will do. I can tell you exactly what light I thought about, kind of, and I could probably make a stand for it. It's I can't remember the name brand, but Harbor Freight sells a. I think it's probably about 3 foot long, maybe. It might be a 6 foot long, but it's a LED shop light. I have a few of them at home. They're pretty bright. But I can hit you up on Facebook, or if you want to let me know here, you can. So I figure a guy could make a stand just for the light.
There's like them work lights and standing.
Yeah, I have one of those floodlights they call them, and the work lights, but that LED light's so much nicer. How's it going, everybody? Hopefully you're having a great day today.
26 people.
Yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. The weather is perfect. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, John, it's going to be slow. I can already see that. I'd say there's enough bait left over from yesterday still that they're probably not going to be biting. We'll see. And Jimmy, that's awesome, man. That Mama's banana bread is such a
They're,
good flavor.
they're good.
Well, oh, I think we might have one on, guys.
Is it on there?
Guys, I think we caught a fatty. He's real short, but he looks real fat. Got him, guys. Let me take the camera. If it's jittery, just wait. Once we get it on it and everything, it'll slow down. I don't poke my eye out on my rod tip here. All right, Dylan, tell me if they can see it through there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna get him back in the water. It's a hole, boy. It's a hole. All right, I'll get you on the rods, and then I'm gonna bait this one up real fast. See if I missed any comments before I bait it up. Hey, was he? No, I'm using a plastic bead with a pineapple pickup, and it was not a mirror carb. Sounds good, Michael. I appreciate it. And Robert, we're using bean meal, pineapple bean meal right now. It's got. I had just a little tiny bit of chow at home too, so I tossed that in there with it. But I won't see the comments for a few minutes, guys, or for a minute or so. I got to bait this rod up. Let me get this bag up now. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you're notified on our new videos. I have the video for this Friday is going to blow your guys' mind. I caught a fish of a lifetime. I've never even seen another one like it in person. Seen maybe one or two pictures on the internet of a similar kind of fish, but caught an absolute fish of a lifetime. Have, like I said, it's in next week's video, or this Friday's video. In that video, Dylan also gets smacked right across the face from a tail from a grass carp. So you're not going to want to miss it. It was a slow motion clip. Pretty awesome stuff. Wazzy, if you're still watching, hey, Michael Hoggard, I think it is. But Wazzy, if you're still watching, I mean, that's all really kind of personal preference. Yes, Jimmy, it's the one I posted on Facebook. Nice. Good job, Robert. Good job. But yes, Jimmy, it's the one that I posted on Facebook. If you saw it, then you know what I'm talking about. That thing is absolutely gorgeous. Um, Probably less than one in a million on that fish. Yeah, Wazzy. I mean, just think of it basically like the same thing as a piece of fake corn. The only difference is it slides over your hook and it's not on a hair. And then I'll grab this container over here and show you what else we got. Uh, these also slide over your hook. They're called pickups, is what carp guys call them. It's a piece of kicks coated with flavor. I'm gonna tighten this line up real fast. Oh, we're back, guys. Hey, Steve, how's it going, bud? Uh, Jimmy, like I was saying though, Wazzy, where are you from, buddy? Are you from the U.S. or are you from a different country? Or but Jimmy, that Mama's banana bread, that stuff smells delicious, doesn't it? Makes the guy want to drink it. Smells so good. Okay, if you have Facebook, check out my bait and flavor page. It's called Get Bent Baits and Flavors on Facebook. And if you shoot me a message, I sell them for $4 a container on there, plus shipping. So, Jimmy, I got some new flavors in too. I'm waiting on bottles. Should have bottles tomorrow or Wednesday, but I got some new flavors. I got a tutti frutti. I got a super peach. That's what I caught that gorgeous fish on Saturday. It was super peach bean meal. Here in a couple days after that, I'll have pink cotton candy, green apple. I also have what I call an old timer's butternut. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. You been catching any fish, Steve? Nighttime's the time to fish right now, guys. It's kind of called the dog days of summer. Now we're getting ready to go into the big time, the fall bite. But Wazzy, I sell actual highly concentrated flavors where you pour just a small amount in. And I've got a couple different recipes on panko back bait on my channel as well. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as part of the community. Plus, since we hit that 2,700 subscriber mark today, as soon as we get some bottles in, guys, we're going to do a giveaway video. I'm going to give away 9 bottles of flavor. 3 different people are going to win 3 bottles. Well, we caught one. See if we can't get another one. Steve, we're going to be doing a giveaway, so you may try to enter that. You might get Might get some for free even. I said bottles are supposed to be in. Um, sorry, I was reading chat. Bottles are supposed to be in. They told me they were going to ship them today, but I haven't seen a tracking number still. So if they did, I'll have them tomorrow. I mean, a lot of people like strawberry jello and all that good stuff, but like I said, I sell the highly concentrated stuff. Oh, I think I got one on the other one, guy. All right, guys, we got one in the carp cradle right here. Oop. We've caught two, and it says we've been live for 28 minutes. But we've been here a little bit longer than that. You see it, Dylan?
Yep.
One thing I've noticed, these fish up here are slimy. These and springwood. Springwood are really slimy.
I just gotta do something kind of shower the water.
Could be. Yeah, I just stick my hook in the pack bait. That's how we do it. I don't use a method line.
They're nice, copper.
Stainless, they're
I know.
dirty, dude.
That's kind of like
Look a little.
it's gold. Looks like copper.
Guys, we're gonna bait this up real fast, so I won't see chat for a minute. when it comes apart in the water, it kind of makes a cloud.
Bean meal's kind of like almost chow when you're trying to flip it.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you what we're working with right here. This is our ball of bait. Our hook is in the middle of it. You did?
That's a pretty good day fishing. Yeah. And it's all like, all that thing that there's cracked.
Not as much wagon space here. There's certain spots now because it's sloping down. It's tougher.
It's eventually gonna go.
Oh, knocked my little battery charger off, guys. I need to just go ahead and get me something to hold this thing in. Like some Velcro or something. A hook liner? I don't know what kind of hook liner we got. Damon, if you come up here and you want those stands, just let me know. Yeah, John, I'll split it with you. Sure do. Awesome, Michael. But yeah, when you say hook liner, I guess I'm not understanding what we're talking about here. Are you talking about the shrink tubing on it? Hey, Buford, what's going on, buddy? If you're talking about shrink tubing, no, I don't do that. Dylan's just sitting here with me, Randy. We needed his net skills today. Randy, I don't know if I have you on Facebook, man, but this Friday I have a hell of a video coming out. It's got a fish of a lifetime in it, and it also has a slow motion clip of Dylan getting tail smacked right across the face by a 20-pound grass carp. So
I've gotten so much shit for that already. Everybody at work even.
oh, they saw it.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody, but to get it on camera was awesome. I've taken a few tail slaps to the junk and everything else. So, what's up, Brad? How's it going, buddy? Saw you. I think I saw you was on a boat earlier today or something. Today or maybe the other day. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Beaver, wait till you see unless you have Dylan on your Facebook, which you might. The tail slap is in the next video as well.
John saw it.
Was it? Yeah, a lot of people use a hair rig with fake corn. I've used hair rigs, no hair rigs, method leads, no method leads, and I found out it's a lot cheaper to pack it around your hook. I can throw it just as far. Hair rigs, When I fished them side by side, and I've done it many times, I literally haven't seen the difference in hookup ratio. Yeah, Brad, they can put a good smack on you. It happens. But what I would say is find what you like the best for you and stick with it. Maybe even put your own spin on it. You know. Yeah, he did take it like a champ, didn't he, John? Wasn't much you could do about it at that point.
That one didn't hurt. They kind of just
Brad, if I'm using a bead only, I use a size 4 curve shank. And if I'm using the kicks with a bead, then I use a size 2 curve shank. Yep, and like I said, use whatever works best for you. I don't think that there's a wrong way to do it, man. Well, I mean, there's probably a few wrong ways, but there's also a heck of a lot of right ways. I'm using pineapple bean meal, and it has just a little bit of chow in it. Not much. I thought I was totally out of it, but I found a little tiny baggie of it in a container. You like the weedy dough ball? That's a good bait. Back in the day, I used to smoke them on it. What's my water doing?
yep.
I drank that much of it already?
I didn't drink it.
What the heck?
Maybe what? Bring the limit.
I got another one in the wagon. Well, if you use a method lead, you want to tuck your hook into the method lead after you pack it around there. I've seen some people that don't, but if you're a Euro type fisherman, that's what they're designed for. I like packing just straight around the hook, and then that way when it breaks apart, my hook is literally right in the middle of it. Literally. The other day I couldn't say literally, saved my life. I kept messing it up.
They're jumping more than usually.
Yeah. They've been jumping the last couple times I was here.
Probably getting used to that cooler water. Did you see the low tonight? Like 40 something.
Is it really?
That's really going to cool the
That
water.
fall bite's going to be on like Donkey Kong soon, guys. We keep getting them cold nights. Daytime fishing's going to be out of this world.
I couldn't believe
I got a couple big mirrors with my name on it
it.
waiting on me here around October.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hmm.
I do. I mean, you can have the big mirror. I know I'm.
I use a size 2. And yeah, I think I remember seeing you post a bunch of pictures where you caught a bunch on the river. Yeah, Steve, I'm ready for the fall bite. I'm just not ready for what follows fall. I'm going to be in Del Hollow beginning of October as well.
You go fishing?
I'm going to try to get some fishing in.
Go down a couple days.
Probably won't be able to get like much of a session though.
Maybe you can go down a few days.
I'll tell you what, Brad, going to that river, I mean, I don't fish the river up there, but you definitely need, probably more than, a buddy or so at least. I wouldn't want to go by myself personally. A lot of the places that I fish at, it's a good idea to have one or two people with you. Most people are good, but you just never know who you're going to run into, you know? If you guys are just joining us, smack that like button. I've never been. We're supposed to be down there the first week of October, and I don't know. Hopefully, we can get some fishing in. But yeah, I always carry a gun with me too, Brad. But I had a guy sneak up on me one time, and you know, I was pretty much screwed on that deal. I got lucky. He didn't know my son was with me. He had a knife too. You know, my son come out of the truck. It scared him. Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Next time Clayton's around, I'll ask him about it, and he'll tell you guys. He literally snuck up on me too.
That must have been why he was so scared of
Yeah,
Blake.
probably. um, I like mono on my casters, and no, it wasn't Michigan City. It was actually Smalley's down here in Connersville, Indiana. But I like mono on my casters, and I like braid on my spinners. So just a personal thing. Everybody's like I said, everybody's got their own thing on that. But I feel like that mono works so well on the casters. But yeah, the guy that snuck up on me, he was high on something. He was out of his mind. I was kneeled down on the ground doing something, and I just heard like a, there, just kind of like this. Just heard little tiny noise. I look up, and the guy was standing right on top of me with a knife. Yeah, he said, what happened is, so as soon as I look up, I cussed. I'm like, what the, you know what I mean? And then Clayton jumps out of the truck, and the guy steps back. He's like, oh, I didn't mean to scare nobody. He's like, I was just trying to figure out how to get out of here. But he was so high, he ended up walking into the woods, and I didn't see him. After that, I grabbed my gun. My gun was in the truck.
Yeah, you probably need to keep that thing on.
Yeah. Brad, if you want to use braid, I mean, what kind of reel you got that it takes 1,500 yards of it? Well, Buford, if you know Smalley's, then you know they used to have a porta potty down there, right? I remember I was like, I asked the cop one day, I said, man, why does that thing got that big of a chain on it? And he said they used to throw it in every week. So they kept putting a bigger chain until they couldn't. Well, this year they set it on fire and melted it to the ground. Um, what I would do, Brad, is just use a mono backing, put about 150 yards of braid on, or maybe 200 yards. Yeah, it was still melted and sitting there last time I was there a couple months ago. So Steve, I got one of those. You might have saw the video. It's the Piscifun reel spooler, and yeah, I got a big old spool on it now. I put my big whisker seeker spool on there and handles it no problem. So you fished smallies before, huh? What was your biggest catch? 30 pounds? I'm gonna guess 33.3. Brad, I've tried a lot of different. Hold up, boy. We'll let it set for a minute before we bait it back up. But I think he felt that hook and took off. As far as braid, I've bought some of those cheap rolls from like eBay, the big rolls. They come from China, and they were okay. But Power Pro, in my opinion, is probably the best there is.
Somebody needs to try Ferguson braid.
Yeah, I don't know about that Chad Ferguson braid. I like their mono. That's what I use. I imagine their braid's probably pretty good. I bought some braid from um, from Walmart. I think it was called. I think it was Berkeley. Can't remember exactly what it was, and that stuff was trash.
Tell me that.
It was 50-pound braid, and that's why I tie my hook links with. And my goodness, man, you could pull it tight, and it would literally just break. I left a few. Dylan put one. Hey, Betty, how's it going? But we put one on Dylan's rod, and he lost a good fish that way. I was like, oh yeah, that was one of those Berkeley rigs right there. I had to pat him on the back and settle him down a little bit. What you cooking? And Brad braid lasts until it frays. Once it frays, it breaks. But as long as it's not frayed up, just cut it. You know, if it does fray, cut it above it and keep on trucking. Ribeyes, all right. Yeah, if it's frayed up, um, I usually just cut above it and keep going. But if it's frayed all over, yeah, for sure. Yeah, everybody talks about how mono's more abrasion resistant. I've never really had a problem with braid either. I mean, if there's stuff like mussels, I just dropped it back again. If there's like mussels, it'd cut any of them. Josh, we caught two so far. If you got mussels out there, they cut mono just as fast as they'll cut braid. Sharp rocks, it don't seem to matter. I'm gonna bait that one on the end of it. I think there might be a fish on it actually. Keeps dropping back a little bit. In just a second. Ducks are in our way now. Hopefully we don't accidentally hit one. We back. About another 15 minutes or so, I'll bait these two rods beside us up. We got Dylan scaring all the duckies back in over there. You guys are just dropping in. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm the only guy fishing, Randy. Just me. A day like today, you'd think there'd be a lot of people fishing, but being a Monday, they probably had some work to do. Dylan was saying it's going to be like 40 some degrees here nighttime. That's pretty chilly. That is pretty chilly. It's been pretty cold early morning as well. Yeah, that's pretty cold for this time of year. But yeah, sounds good, John. Just hit me up, and if you do get it, I may stream from Springwood or something Wednesday. I could just hit you up over there. I hear a church bell. You hear it, Dylan?
I do.
No, I'm throwing bean meal. The old soybean meal.
Would that be good at Indy Lakes or Barbecue?
Church bells ring at 6 o'clock? I didn't even know that. Shows you how smart I am.
Seeing some different people on there than used to be.
Yeah.
Every hour on the hour. She said,
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
I've never paid that close attention, I guess. There's a couple guys that fish Indy that use that 8 bean recipe out there and said they did real good on it.
They seem to like doing that. I know a lot of guys use being on chow mixes and everything.
Yeah.
Probably like 12 bottles of drink.
There you go. All right, how many seasoned carp anglers we got in the chat? I want to know how much flavor you put in your bait. If you're using a 6 ounce bottle, do you put in two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the whole bottle? How do you guys do it?
What bottle?
I've ran into some people that put 3, 4, 5 bottles in a thing of bait. So just curious.
They do that. They put, I know some guys put a pound per pound. Or a bottle per pound of bait.
Wow. I usually do about 1/3 of a bottle. So if I have a 6 ounce bottle, I usually do about 2 ounces.
Or some guys will do a pound of chat or a bottle of flavor.
So that.
Flies are terrible.
Buford said he uses a third. I believe it just said. I think that's what it said. Is that what it said, Joe?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just eyeball it, just take a guess, but I think a lot of people don't understand that plain is really good. For years, I didn't even use flavor. Butternut's a good one. If you guys like peach, I've got a new super peach that's pretty killer. It's bright and it's strong.
Surprised you didn't use that again.
I thought about it. I'll let Clayton pick today.
Or they didn't, he ain't even here.
He ain't even here,
See how he does?
but he did pick.
I was playing Rocket League.
I don't know what he's doing. Said he had a lot of homework he had to get done.
Oh my gosh. Do they get home room now? Well, he didn't go all day, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know a lot of people like to dip or spray.
yep, your wife just said he's playing Rocket League. I told you.
Yeah, figured. He told me he had so much homework he couldn't come. Children these days. He could have just said, "Hey, I can't come. What's up, Michael?" And yep, highway. The other day I kept getting hung up on something out there. I'd get a fish on.
Really?
Yeah, and once I start reeling him in, it was like hitting a brick wall out there. Today, I don't know, what, 10 pounds maybe?
Probably.
I have no idea. He's probably about 10 pounds or so. They was both probably about the same size. All right, if you guys are just joining us, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you.
I forgot I'm supposed to send it to Ed's wife. That way he can get on his stream.
Oh, yeah? Said I'm pretty sure I ran into Ed.
Probably.
We're just 3 likes away from hitting 30.
Two.
2 likes away. Caught 6 yesterday. Nice. Uh, Probably made some money then, I'd imagine. Josh, I've got pineapple right now. Most time I just use a bead only, but yeah, I'm using some pineapple pickup. Randy, was there a lot of fish caught? I asked Dan, and he said it was slow up here yesterday. So somebody's over there using a pole saw to cut a limb down or something. I don't know why they're messing with it, but
That must be a hell of a saw to cut through something like that way.
it's basically a chainsaw on a pole, man.
Yeah, but a little bit. I mean, usually them are just for cutting down.
I'll be honest, I don't know why they're cutting those limbs off anyway.
That one. That one about killed me.
I'd probably leave those up there.
Now they're taking the shade away.
Now that other one I'd probably cut off, the one in the corner down here.
That little tree right there I'd cut down completely. That way you got room for calves.
Yeah. Yeah, I would open up another spot when Josh, I mean I do mainly wild water. I used to live at Pay Lakes, but I found a real passion for the wild. But I use the same baits and techniques in the wild as I do Pay Lakes.
One of them is going to end up hurting.
Yeah. Somebody gonna get hung up on that one now.
I feel like somebody's going to end up hurting. They're just
Yeah.
dropping. Now he's putting the blade back on.
That's what you're supposed to do, Dylan. Give it some gas while you're doing that. All right, guys. These other 2 rods, you can see the one right in front of us, but we'll go ahead and bait those up. They've been out for about an hour. I like to bait up around every hour.
people find this highway like that. Sure.
Definitely open up the tank space with it.
Hold on, cut down. One, one, two that they're standing at too. This is just understand.
That's what we're using right there, guys.
The water. I know, it's still there. I don't think it's a ball shed, no. I don't think it's a carp. Throw it out right there. Throw it out near it. I'm watching the show over here. Put it out there by it.
We back. Oh, John, I don't like two hooks myself. I always found that one hook ended up in the net or in my hand. John, I don't know if there's a better color or not, to be honest with you. My favorite is pink for some reason. I don't know if it catches more fish
Tell
or
you how far across.
I just like using the pink ones. I feel like I catch more on them, but I have no statistics to prove that.
That back bang's right at 100 yards.
Is it? Yeah. We pretty much knew that. Huh?
Huh.
We knew that. How far is it to that barrel right there? Purple? I don't know if I don't even know if I've used purple. John, you're right. It'll get caught in your hand though. I used to use two hooks. I used to double pack the bait.
Okay, it's 9-7 to the bank there.
I used to put two balls on there. I know some people will put a ball pack bait on one hook and then just let the other hook hang loose or put it in the side with it.
103 the barrel.
What's up, JP?
Two left.
Uh, During the week you can come up and fish, but they're if you want to get in jugs or anything like that, it's got to be on the weekend. There was opening Thursdays at 6 o'clock, but I don't know if they're still open at 6 o'clock on Thursdays or not. Not sure on that one. Was you working, JP? How far is it to Dan over there?
To that barrel on the front pond, it's 103 yards.
103.
Yeah.
That looks a lot farther than it does from here to the bank over there.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't it?
About the same.
I guess. I don't know. Go stand over there and see if you can catch a sinker when I throw it at you.
Dane's 123.
Where is Dan? There? Oh. Oh, yeah. I was looking at the other guy with an orange shirt on.
To me, I think that almost looks shorter.
Really?
Into that barrel back there.
Hmm.
I think he had one when it left there and got off. It was coming up out there.
Was it? I said, did it? Yeah. The way they've been biting out here has been weird. Awesome. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
It's not going to your pack days.
I was probably about 10 foot past it, I'd say. Yeah. I missed by just a few feet.
Been there for
Couple hours.
Since I
Yeah.
got
Yeah. Been like that couple hours.
a big trailer over there now.
Yeah.
I think that guy, I think he was in 5. This is catfish.
Yeah. John, didn't you say you said you fished up here Saturday night? Did you do any good? Or was it Saturday day? I know nighttime I would think would do really good right now. That nice cool weather. What's going on, Shane? How you doing, bud? I mean, I have a video uploaded on Rice. You could use that video to make it whatever flavor you want. If you want to make it butternut, you could. And you don't want to use a soda, you could use water instead. That's good, Shane. Yeah, Dylan's up here with me right now. He's not fishing. He's just sitting up here with me. Ooh, splish splash. We caught two. I had a few weird bites, but last few times I've been up here, they bit real weird. I'll just kind of slowly take the line out. Like when they feel the pressure of the hook, they just lay there until you start reeling them in. We're throwing bean meal today. Anybody's just joining us, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Got a kick-ass video coming up Friday for you guys. Catching amazing fish. And not only do I catch an amazing fish, Dylan gets smacked across the face by a grass carp. So you're not going to want to miss it. Yeah, Shane. I mean, you never know. I might get up there, but like I say, I pretty much just do my own thing. I got a passion for the wild. I grew up pay laking, but I'm more of a wild water guy now. Shane, it is awesome. It's a slow motion clip, and the fish I caught was amazing. But the fact that we caught it on camera of Dylan getting slapped was pretty cool too. Hopefully, I only get slapped off camera.
It did get you in the eye.
Yeah, it smacked my arm a little bit, but no footage of that one. I know the guy that edits the videos.
Yeah.
That footage could come up missing. But I sure do see a lot of pictures of people catching fish up there at Hubbard's. So it looks like it's on fire right now.
Seems like it always is.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It kind of seems like people are always catching up there. If you microwave puffs, it kind of shrinks them. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people microwave them. I'll tell you what I used to do, Shane, because I used to use puffs instead of kicks, and I'm talking. It's probably been 20 years ago that I'm talking about. I used to take the puffs and I'd flavor them real good, let it soak in, and then I would bake them in the oven on the lowest setting. I can't remember how long now, but they would shrink up a little bit, and they'd get pretty stiff, and you could put them on your hook, and no lie, man, you could cast it out there and reel it in an hour later, and you'd still have your puff on your hook.
I think that would work with kids.
I don't know. You don't want a kicks to shrink up anymore than it is.
No, but
Kicks are pretty small. That's why I put sugar on it. It kind of makes them swell up a little bit.
I'm just saying if you put the sugar and everything on it, if you bake them, might work.
Oh, microwave the kicks? You could, I'm sure. I wouldn't microwave them too long. It'd shrink them up, I'd imagine.
I'm gonna try it right now. If I put sugar and cane on it.
Bacon? Yeah.
I don't think there's any way you could make them stay like that long.
No, that puff corn's a little bit tougher
The only
already.
way
from
they've ever
bacon.
stayed on hook to me
talking about little sponge, yeah, look.
Then
Yeah.
they sit there for
Yep. But the old Arrowhead puff corn, Arrowhead Mills puff corn, I mean, it used to be what everybody used.
I used to have some.
I probably got some at the house still.
Used to catch fish.
Yeah. Used to catch them on beats too. Still do. I appreciate all the likes, guys. We're up to 34. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Dylan said we had something hit the one on the very end, so we might bait it up shortly. I know the one in the middle there was getting tapped quite a bit. Yeah, corn pops. A lot of people probably don't realize that you can use a lot of the different cereals. You got the Reese Puffs cereal,
Tricks. I used to
the
do.
Tricks, yeah. They got the berry Captain Crunch berry ones, I think. There's all kinds of them out there you can use.
Look at that. They got a giant log out there in the middle. Two of them. On the aerator out here in the front pond.
Oh, nice. Sure, somebody will be happy to get into that. Oh yeah. Yeah, tricks are for kids. I haven't seen a tricks commercial in a million years. They still got those? Half a bottle. Oh, you're talking about that's how much flavor you use, Randy?
I think he used pack bait. I thought he was before me.
I don't know. I thought he always used pack bait. What's your go-to bait, Randy?
He used to use a lot of garlic corn on it.
I'm gonna take a guess. Since you fish up here, chow. Call me crazy. I'm just gonna guess it. Shane, I usually catch a lot of fish out of this lake. It just so happens the last 3 times I've been here I haven't, but it's kind of the worst time of year really to fish during the day. But with the weather the way it is, it won't be long and it'll be on fire, I'm sure.
Maybe. Last fall it didn't ever really.
Really? I don't remember last fall that
I
much.
don't think we fished it.
Yeah, we may not even fished up here last fall. I think I did a couple times and that was it. We pretty much stayed wild.
That one year we fished about every single day.
Yeah. During the week and everything.
Caught a lot of fish that
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah. That's already been probably a couple of years ago. 2 or 3. Time flies when you're having fun.
Seems like they don't bite like that up here no matter what.
I remember it back in the late 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s.
Looks like the twists we're going to turn into.
Put the old hammer down on them. Every fish out of the hot dog, not every fish, but I'd say 7 out of 10 was a ticket fish.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It was the big lake fish. Anything less than 15, people would catch it and put it in the back lake or the kiddie pond.
Well, now if they catch a big one, they put it in a dog.
Yeah.
They very rarely come back. Go back to the camp.
Nice, nice, Shane. And a lot of people don't remember well, a lot of people didn't fish that fish now. Um, don't know that the kiddie pond up here and the back lake for it was 1 or 2 years were the only carp ponds you were allowed to fish. And any carp caught out of the hot dog pond or the front lake had to be released into one of those ponds. At that time, it was a channel cat place, basically. They catered to the cat fishermen, and it didn't last long. I think they kind of learned that carp guys is where the money was because people aren't keeping the carp. The catfish, they'd put them in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they had to reload every week, you know.
I'm out here.
All right, well, we'll see. Dylan. Where's that net at? Over here?
I'm gonna need it.
What time is it?
6:30.
Seems later than 6:30, doesn't it?
Look, I only got an hour left.
Yeah, since it's getting dark sooner, it seems quite a bit later.
It's dark by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right, man.
We'll see, dude. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, we're 3 away from 40. Smack that bad boy. We're going to go ahead and bait up the 2 rods on the end there. Something's played with both of them. That's what she said. Feel free to share this on social media. See if we can't get some people watching. We had quite a crowd earlier. Just a minute, guys. I won't be able to read chat until after I cast this out there. Hey, stay positive. Yeah, we caught a couple. We caught a couple just, I don't know, probably the first hour we were on. Cast this one out real fast. It's getting a little windy out here. A little chilly. One second, guys. One second. Baiting up this last rod here. You guys are just joining us. Smack that like button. 3 away from hitting 40 on that bad boy already. Slide this net closer to us. Since Dylan's not here. Up at Highway Springs. The bead slides over the eye of the hook before you tie it on. No, I'm throwing bean meal. Throwing the old soybean meal, guys. We caught a couple right after we first started. One thing about it, it's gorgeous outside. So catch or no catch, it's a great day to be alive. Yeah, buffs love it. That's for sure. I sure do. There's a few buffs in here. Tony, it's supposed to get down into the 40s up here in Indiana tonight. It's pretty chilly. But right now it's gorgeous. If anybody's just joining us, hit that like button. We're one away from 40. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. Got tons of bait making and rig tying videos uploaded. I have a heck of a video coming out Friday. I catch the fish of a lifetime in that video, guys. Um, Unless I catch the same one, I'm sure I'll never catch another one like it. It was a fantail linear mirror ghost koi. Tony, most people up here never leave chow. Nope. Hold up. I got one messing with the one on the right here. Got a pole over to our right that you can't see on camera. Something just bumped it. But I would say if you took a pole up here, where I'm fishing at, I'd say 9 out of 10 people throw chow every time. All the time, every time. I'm not a big chow guy myself. Um, the bean mill I'm throwing, it's got just a little bit of chow in it, but I'm not a big chow guy myself. I started my own flavor company and I also sell pre-made millet and stuff like that. So I am going to start selling some pre-made chow for guys. Oats is good, rice is good. I mean, it all works. It all works. That's the truth of it right there. So what's going on, Danny? How you doing, bud? Something bumped the one on the end over there too. One thing, there is quite a few shad in this lake here, and you can catch them every now and then. Pretty good sized ones too. A lot of times, if it's bouncing like that, it's either a shad or a bug. Got one hitting this one here in front of us too. That was a shad for sure. I could feel him picking on the line. We'll bait it up real quick, guys. I won't see the comments for a minute. I'm back. Awesome, guys. Looks like we hit that 40 mark. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See if I missed any comments. Danny, how many did you end up catching? JP, two? Any size to them or no? JP, I think you watched the video that's going to be uploaded for Friday, didn't you? I've got it set for members only right now. I caught a couple little ones up here today. They're probably about 10 pounders or so. This is a pretty amazing fish, wasn't it? What'd you like better, the fish or when Dylan got slapped by the grass carp with a right across his face? What was better? That was pretty good. Yeah, that's like that fish is probably less than one in a million, so extremely rare. Definitely a once in a lifetime catch. Well, since we know where he's at, maybe we'll hook him again sometime. Uh, That got caught on the railroad tie. We'll get the camera on him real fast. Getting pretty feisty, so. That looks like he got his fin hung up in the thing now. Whoa! The heck? All right, guys. Hopefully you can see him. I'm gonna get him back in the water. Hopefully you can see him. Yeah, probably about 12 or so. Nothing huge. Set that right there. I'm gonna bait this other rod up real quick. We had one hitting that rod on the left too. Probably ought to bait it up, but we'll let it sit for a few more minutes. Ooh, my battery pack just fell off. Awesome, Michael. I've caught a couple bass fishing for carp, believe it or not. John, I'll tell you what, man. I don't remember the last time I've seen him really go crazy as far as pulling hard up here. They just kind of slowly take off. That's about it. They're on there. Once they feel the hook in their mouth, they kind of just lay there. They get lethargic. It's the one thing I love about fishing in the wild, man. They'll really rip off. And they do it up here too, but a lot of the time they don't. And John, I know you messaged me earlier. I haven't been able to look at it yet. I'll take a look once I turn the stream on. So that's what I like, JP. I like that fight. John, when I fished up here this spring, I did. I think I might have done a video or two. Me and Brian Hauser did one video together, and it seemed like he was pretty lethargic then too. Michael Murillo, if you're still watching, uh, if I don't message you because I could forget, if you remember, shoot me a message because I would like to get a little nighttime set up. It'd be cool to do some night streams or something. I don't know that much about electrical stuff like that, but John, I heard there was only 3 fish caught out of the front lawn yesterday. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I heard. I heard for the whole day there was only 3. I got a couple places I fish where they just hit. They hit hard and they fight insane. And then I got a few places I fish where they still hit hard, but some of them don't bite as good. There you go. I've never even hooked a. I think we might have one get ready to take off on that end rod. I've never even hooked an inverter up to a battery. I'm assuming you just use like a regular battery terminal, crimp the wires to it, and you know tighten it up on there. I'd imagine. I don't know. The one on the very end kept getting bumped. We'll give it a few more minutes before we bait it up. If we could get lights just for even night videos for next year, I'd much rather fish at nighttime myself in the summer. The bite's always better at night. Smoking carp. I mean, what flavor do you want that you need hot? A lot of people use basically hot sauce to make them hot. Some people use alcohol. I've already started doing some with Fireball in it. It makes it pretty warm. You know what I mean? I like it making it with alcohol myself. For me, I feel like the fish respond better to it. I did some Fireball grape the other day and caught a few on that. Clayton was using it during a live stream and he caught, I don't know, caught several on it. And then I was using blueberry cobbler millet, I think, and I caught quite a few on that. Hopefully we have bottles tomorrow. I called and they told me they was gonna ship them out today, so we'll find out. I don't think I've got a tracking number yet, so that's a bad sign right there. Yeah, I mean, anytime you want that, just let me know. I can make that about any time. I got a rod over here to the right that you guys can't see. I think a shad's been playing with it forever. No, I don't like boilies myself. I've used them. I love to experiment. That's one thing I'll say. I love to experiment. And for me personally, I have found no better results on using rigs other than a pay lake style rig. Now, I've matched the same results, where I would say I caught just as many or whatever, but I never did any better, so I never found a reason to change. If you want to see what beads I use, if you close out of the chat and then click on the video description, I have a link to them, an Amazon link in the video description to them. Also, the hooks I use, there's a link in the video description for those as well. I wouldn't put it on a hair rig. I'd just put it right on the hook, my man. Watch the, Go back and watch some of the fishing videos I've done on my channel, and all those have a bead right on the hook. Catch big mirrors, grass carp, koi, goldfish. Wait till you see the one for Friday. An amazing fish. It's a linear mirror ghost fantail koi. Absolutely insane. In fact, when me and Dylan see what it is, when it comes up, both of us are going, "Oh my god!" And Clayton nets the fish, and I'm going, "Bud, you got to get this fish. You got to get this fish." I was so worried it was going to come off, and at that time, I didn't even realize it had all those traits. Oh yeah, we catch a bunch of grass carp. If we fish places that have grass carp, we usually catch them. Friday's video, Dylan gets slapped across the face by a 20-pound grass carp. I put a nice little slow motion clip in there. Rather, it wouldn't even hold flavor. It's a hard plastic bead, so it would hold zero flavor on it. What you might want to do is search for some underwater breakdown tests, and that way you'll kind of understand the pack bait a little bit more. When it breaks down, especially underwater, like there's one guy that does a bunch of videos on it. When your pack bait breaks down, they come in and they just start banging their heads all around in it, sucking stuff up. Whatever's in the pile is going to get picked up. What's going on, Kevin? Are you talking about the koi or the mirror? I hated to let the koi go. I wanted to play with him. I wanted to hold him in my arms. He was so pretty. If you guys ain't smacked that like button yet, kick it right in the face. Kevin, where are you fishing at? Brother, my channel is full of tips on different baits and all that good stuff. Go through and check it out. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I mean, we got tons of information on there for you. Tons and tons. Guys, I'm going to be away from chat for just a minute. I'm going to bait up that end rod. It's got bumped 8 million times. Guys, when there's a shad messing with it, a lot of times your rig will look like this, man. It's crazy. get this one out there, and I'll come back and check the comments. Check the comments, guys. I just got done baiting up. Josh, yeah, I caught one just a few minutes ago. Indy, there you go. Uh, you don't hear the bite alarms because the fish aren't setting the bite alarms off. I'm seeing the line move, and I'm going over there and setting the hook on them. So that would be why you're not hearing it. These fish are really lethargic right now for some reason. They're moving very slow. But that's okay. I move pretty slow myself anymore. Josh, where are you from? Are you from around this area? Or it's $15, and if you want in jugs and all that stuff, that would have to be added to it. The weekend would be added to that. So, North Carolina, all right. Well, I've met a lot of people uh, from YouTube that live in North Carolina. It's Highway Springs. How's it going, Vapor? It won't be too much longer. We'll have to pack it up. It's crazy how it's getting dark a lot sooner than it was. We'll try to get a stream in for you guys Wednesday, weather permitting. We only have a couple places that we get a good enough signal to do a live stream, so that's why you usually see us at the same place. The biggest one I've ever caught up here, carp, I don't really know. I have a Facebook. You know how you get those memory things that pop up? I have a memory that pops up um, every now and then. It was I think it was 30, 31, 31 2, or maybe it was, I don't know, it was a jugfish. It was 31 2 or 32 2 or maybe 33 2. I can't remember. You ate a buffalo carp. I didn't get it. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that memory on Facebook. But it was a jugfish. I think it was worth like almost 4 grand or something like that. It was a yellow. I think that was probably the biggest one I've caught up here. See you, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. I'm using pineapple soybean meal. It's got a little bit of chow in it, pineapple pickups, and Whisker Seeker rods with black 6500 rockets. If anybody hasn't yet, don't forget to smack that like button. It'd be cool if we could hit 50 while we're live. Josh, for looks, I like the regular paddle handles, but for functionality, oh no, I don't use hair rig. But for functionality, yeah, the power handle is so much better. It's way better than the paddle handle. Looks wise, though, yeah, paddle handles look way better. But I pack mine around my hook. I don't use a method lead. I don't use a hair rig. I use a bead, and sometimes I use a pickup with the bead. But most of the time, I just use a bead. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, bud. We got a heck of a video coming out Friday for everybody. I catch the fish of a lifetime. Probably have better odds on hitting the lottery than the fish I caught. To be honest with it, it's a really cool fish. You're gonna want to check it out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. Turn notifications on. That way you're notified when that bad boy comes live. It'll be noon this Friday. Robert, I'll tell you the secret to catching big carp or big any kind of fish is fishing a place that has big fish. If there's a lot of small ones, there's probably not that many big ones. Really, yeah, I've never had a problem. Like I said, if you reel two of them in side by side, they reel a lot smoother, I guess you'd say, with the paddle or the power handle. But you can buy the power paddle handles as well, where it's a longer handle. I just didn't want to spend the money on it. Anyway, back to the big carp thing or big any kind of fish. If you're fishing a place and all you catch is little fish, I would look for a different lake to try out. I know one thing. I have a few lakes I fish and that have mainly little fish in them. Now, every great once in a while, I might catch a 18 or 20 pounder out of it, but I might have to catch 1,000 to do that. If you look around, you'll be able to find a lake that probably has a lot bigger average size fish. I have a few holes that I hit that when you catch a fish, you know it could be a good one. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of chow, but pretty much everybody I know flavors their chow. But if you really think about it, um, I've seen people put 5 bottles in a bucket of chow. You can't really overpower that smell, so I think plain would work just fine myself. And I'll tell you what, I've got a video on the Tractor Supply fish pellets. I call it fake chow because it's not the Aquamax from Purina, but I use it plain and tear them up. I caught one, Dylan. It probably was a carp, yeah. There've been quite a few jump. I wasn't looking, but yeah. There you go. Chicken feed's a good bait. There's all, I mean, there's so many great baits out there, you know. I'll tell you what, they jump in the wild like that too. Oh, we got one on, guys. Tell you what, guys, it's getting pretty ridiculous. I know that. Every time I net a fish, my net's getting stuck on these rope ties. I just ripped a hole in it again. Starting to get pretty ticked about it, to be honest with you. We're gonna get him back in the water. Guys, if you ain't hit that like button yet, go ahead and smack it. See if we can't get 50 likes. I'm gonna bait that up real fast. We're losing daylight, so I'm gonna have to bait it up quick. That one actually set the alarm off, guy. Throw the old egg carton away. See what else we got can go in the trash. Oh, all right. Let's see what we missed here. Robert, I don't have nothing to show you, buddy. Oh, my bead set up? Um, Remind me when I'm getting ready to leave and I'll show it to you. All my rods are in the water. When I pack up, I'll show you. I couldn't see the comments till it was too late. And as far as the oats, I mean, if you're catching fish, don't change it up. I mean, that's the number one thing right there. Why change if you're catching? If they turn off and you don't catch any on it, sure, swap it out, switch it up. Some days it don't matter what you throw, you're not gonna catch a fish. It's part of it. Some days it don't matter what you throw, you're gonna catch 8 million of them. So yeah, there is. Yeah. Um, I usually catch a buff when I fish, but I think the last 3 times I've been here, I haven't caught one. I usually catch some. If you check out some of my previous videos up here, not the live streams, the actual videos. Hell, sometimes we catch two or three. All right, guys, 3 likes away from 50. Awesome. Really appreciate it. We're gonna have to pack up soon, so maybe we'll get lucky and catch another one before we leave. I know Papa Bear is getting hungry. Hopefully, Mama Bear cooked us something good to eat. Boom, 2 likes away now. All right. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing and definitely watch Friday's video. You guys are going to love it. You're going to see a fish, a once in a lifetime fish, and you're going to see Dylan get smacked across the face by a 20-pound grass carp. Robert, possibly. Good chance of it. If you're new to the channel, man, consider subscribing. We're going to be doing a flavor giveaway as soon as we get some bottles in. And you got to be a subscriber to win. So we'll probably make that, since we have a video for this Friday already. We'll probably make next Friday the giveaway video. We should have plenty of bottles by that time. We got tons of new flavors too that we added. If you guys haven't, if you have a Facebook and you haven't checked it out yet, check out Get Bent Baits and Flavors on Facebook. Yeah, I fish Summit all the time. Josh, check out Get Bent Baits and Flavors on Facebook. Just shoot me a message over there. Mike, I'm in the good old USA. What about you, brother? Um, we're in Indiana. Marion, yep, I know where Marion is. I know where that's at. And I'll tell you what, you wanted to see that bead setup. Uh, More importantly than me just showing it to you on a hook, go through my previous videos. I have a video all about that rig. Shows you the rig I use. Yeah, we're over here in Indiana, man. But yeah, I have a video on that specific rig. It shows you the sinker, the hook, the bead. I even put some bait on it. Show you the breakdown. Forgot all about it. It's a good little video, actually. Check her out. Yep, I've fished there many times. There used to be some good fish up there. Now they're all little. Yeah, there used to be quite a few. Probably 10 to 15 pound range up there. Now they've bow fished it and everything else. Try to get rid of them. Now there's 8 million that are like about this long, about that thin. 1 and 2 pounders up there. Oh, here, fishing, 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 fishing. Uh-oh, we may have one getting ready to take off. I want to know how many of you guys are guilty that's watching this stream that went, here, fishing, fishing, fishing. How many people we got that have done that? Type 1 in the chat if you've done, here, fishing, fishing, fishing. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm not the only one. I don't know, Ronnie, but I've heard of wagon wheel. I guess that used to be the place back in the day, didn't it? From what I'd heard. Yeah, I don't know Billy either. Boys, we need 3 more likes on this video. Let's hit that 50 before we sign off. You guys are just joining us. Smack that bad boy. Yes, sir, Mike. Good old Indiana. Where it's stupid hot in the summertime and freeze your nuts off in the wintertime. There you go, John. We've probably all been guilty of the pouting too, I would say. I think I caught 4, David. I've been fishing on certain days and nothing goes your way. People be talking to you, you're like, I guess, yeah, we'll stay a little longer. Yeah, we've all been there too. What's awesome is when you're on the other end of that, when you're tearing them up and whoever you're with's not catching any. That's always good. Got to make sure you tease them when that happens. Yep, Highway Springs, Robert. John, did you see one of them did take off and set the alarm off? We finally had one actually set the alarm off. And did you say you fished up here Saturday? Was it daytime or nighttime? Yeah, I've caught some big flatheads up here too. Some big blues, big flatties. Yep, hitting the back lake. I'll tell you what, skeeters are biting me a little bit, but man. Okay, John. I thought you said you fished over here Saturday for some reason. But the skeeters were terrible last time I was here in the corner. Right here in the middle, they're not as bad. Yeah, there's big ones in here. I think it was 2 years ago. George, I've tried probably about everything there is. There may be a couple things I haven't tried, but if I haven't tried it, it's probably a very well kept secret, I imagine. I'm the experimenting dude. I love to try stuff. I have a buddy. He That's what he loves. He loves buttermilk oats. I think it was a couple years ago. I caught two 40-pound blues within probably an hour or two apart. It's not very deep. I imagine you could walk across it if you would. You'd probably sink into the mud, but you know, yeah. I said I have a friend that he uses buttermilk oats a lot. But yeah, I got a couple pictures of those blues too. It was before I started the YouTube stuff. I'm so glad we started it because I missed out on so many different memories from not taking pictures and not having video. But I did get a picture of both of those blues. I think one was like 44 and the other was like 41. Caught both of them out of the back leg. Caught it on that Tractor Supply chow too. Both of them. Like I said, it was very short in between. I caught one last year in the spring that was a little over. I think it was like I didn't have my scales, but I think I estimated it to be low 40s or high 30s. It was a pretty good sized fish. I got a picture of it too. Robert, hit me up on Facebook. Get Bent Baits and Flavors. Shoot me a message and we'll put you an order together, man. I got all kinds of goodies. We'll get you squared away. I have bottles. Hopefully tomorrow. They said they were shipping them out today. If they do, then I'll have them today. Or I mean, if they do ship them today, I'll have them tomorrow. Mike, I'm throwing soybean meal, and it has just a little bit of chow in there with it. Looks like my chat's messed up, guys. I'm gonna see if that fixes it. But yeah, like I said, if they shipped them out today, I'll have them tomorrow. Well, Robert, we appreciate you stopping by. If you'd consider subscribing, it's free to do. We greatly appreciate that too. I use beads, John. I don't like boilies myself. Beads, and sometimes I'll use a kicks with it. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Like I said, we're losing daylight. We're gonna have to pack up here shortly. Hmm. Mosquito, guys. Boys, we need one more like to hit 50. Let's hit that 50. Been an enjoyable stream for me. Hopefully you guys liked it. Fish King, what's going on, brother? Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream as well. I had a good time today. The weather was gorgeous. We had quite a few people watching. I think we had almost 30 at one time. That's pretty good for me. Um, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Chunky Cats Fishing. I've followed him for a long time, and he had almost 900 viewers. Was it last night? Saturday night. He streams, and for a long time, he was, kind of like where I'm at with the numbers, and he's been getting higher and higher and higher. He had almost 900 viewers, guys. I mean, could you imagine streaming for 900 people? That's crazy. Tractor Supply, I mean, just look it up online or go through my old videos. I've got two different videos on it. I think it's called like Trophy Fish Feed or something like that, or Sportsman's Fish Feed, something like that. If you go through my old videos, I have a recipe on how to do it. I know I've done well on it. But yeah, almost 900 viewers. It's a blast, isn't it, Mike? I truly enjoy it. Um, it's kind of a multi-species. They have one that just for catfish, and then the other one is a multi-species. That's the one I use. It'll float until you let it set up. Yeah, I've caught four. Yeah, you don't want it to float because it'll float away, but um, that Tractor Supply stuff, if you do it the way I show you in the video, it'll absorb it and then it'll stay on the bottom. If you need it to set up faster, you can put it in a blender and break it into pieces and it'll set up faster for you. Surprised how bright it is for the camera here. John, well, like I said, the difference is the larger pieces. I don't know on that. Mike, I have a what I call an old timers butternut. Um, a lot of the butternuts now I feel like kind of have a pound cake smell to them. Mine's more of kind of an OG one, I guess you'd say. But John, as far as that goes, what makes it floating versus non-floating is the size. So if you buy a number 200 chow, it's like little tiny BBs, smaller than BBs, and it sinks. If you buy a 300, it'll sink too. And once you start going higher, they're bigger pieces, which make it more buoyant and it floats. The stuff from Tractor Supply, it's got some small pieces. It's a mixture. It's big and small, and so a lot of it floats. But if you soak it, if you make it the way I show you, it will stay on the bottom, and when it breaks down, it'll stay on the bottom. Or, like I said, you can put it in a blender and break it into smaller pieces, and it'll set up faster that way. I'm gonna get the camera focused back on the rods again for you guys, and then we'll. I may not see the chat. I'm gonna pick up a couple things and start getting ready to pack up. So I won't see the chat, but feel free to chat amongst yourselves. And hit that like button. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get these rods reeled in. It's weird. It looks bright on the camera there. Must be making up for it on its own because it's pretty dark out. But hey, I appreciate everybody watching. Peace out. We'll catch you on the next one.